An opening slide that reads, Diabetes and Sight Loss, Cathy's story.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ben, and I am here to celebrate Diabetes Awareness Month. So Diabetes Awareness Month is a month where we look at individuals with sight loss, experiences with their journey in having or living with diabetes. So today, I have a very special guest, Cathy, who's going to share her experiences on living with diabetes and navigating with the healthcare system.
My name's Cathy, and I've been living with diabetes for about 46 years now. 34 of those have been without my vision. I lost my vision when I was 21 because of complications of diabetes. And it's been challenging, to say the least.
How you manage your diabetes? I know you were very young at the time, but was it
Yes.
different on how you manage it now with sight loss?
Oh, definitely. There's been a lot of growth, a lot of changes in diabetes treatment. When I first lost my sight, I took maybe one shot of insulin a day, and it was usually a split dose, long-acting and short-acting insulin together in one injection. Then it proceeded to 2 injections a day, and now I can take as many during a day as I need to treat or to cover whatever food intake I'm having. So the insulins have changed over the years. The glucose monitoring methods have changed incredibly. When I first lost my sight in '88, home blood glucose monitoring was available, but not readily available, and I certainly did not have access to it. Shortly after my vision loss, there was a talking meter available. It was very expensive, very challenging to use. You would have to drop the blood onto a specific spot on the test strip. You would have to blot it. It was really, really tedious, and consequently I didn't use it much. But then it progressed to, another meter that was a standard meter you could buy in any pharmacy, and it had a voice box that you could acquire separately. And then it progressed several years ago to a meter that was self-contained with the voice in it. And it was much easier to use. You just, touch the strip to your finger and, it would read it. Mm-hmm. It wasn't entirely accessible because you couldn't access the history in it like you can with every other meter, with every sighted person able to do that. But it did make a big difference to control. And then the sensors now, they're bloodless, they're fabulous. Mm-hmm. For somebody who's used to doing several finger pokes a day, my fingers are pretty tough and calloused. So this is just an incredible advantage. I don't have the confidence in the pumps to be able to do it without some kind of accessibility features to them, without having voice output, that kind of thing. I don't like the idea of taking those kind of chances. And I think that everybody should be pushing to have those accessible because of the fact that vision loss is so rampant in diabetes in Canada. Diabetes is the leading cause of vision loss in working age adults in Canada. That's a biggie. So then why are we not making these devices accessible to the visually impaired, first and foremost, when it is such a complication?
If you could ask government, manufacturers, or medical professionals to make one change in managing your diabetes as a person with sight loss, what would you ask for? What comments would you provide?
Simply to make everything accessible to everybody whether that be somebody living with vision loss, somebody living with physical limitations, or financially, because these devices are also not necessarily available financially to everybody. And that's a biggie. I think they should be accessible to everyone all the time and all aspects of them, not just limited accessibility.
Thank you for sharing your experience, Cathy. And I feel during National or Diabetes Awareness Month that from your experience, a lot of people will learn and to make a difference and to make utilizing tools for diabetes more accessible for persons with sight loss. So thank you so much for sharing your experience.
No problem. If I can make a difference, glad to be helping.